The media, Fox News, New York Post, everywhere, Daily News, all over the country, they went ballistic. Oh, Seattle's hiring a pimp. Woo, 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 woo. That's what made me get into music. I said, because no matter how much I do, I've been married 23 years, got a son, graduated Yale, got a daughter that graduated UCLA. My other son works with me in music. You know, I am the success story. I am it.
That's incredible.
But them folks throw that up in my face. So I said, since that's what you want, I could do all this great stuff, but you want to hear about my story. You want to hear about my life. So I'm going to give you my life. I'm going to wear your ass out. So,
exactly.
You know,
not to cut you off, brother, but a lot of times our people are the worst people. When it comes,
listen, man.
And you know, you spoke about your brother Shay Taylor. He was pretty much executed by the police department.
He was.
You went to Seattle to make a change, and you started this organization, man. Let's talk about that because that's incredible.
My organization is called Not This Time, and the name came up organically, right? We were protesting one time, and you know, it was important for me from the beginning never to lose the narrative, because what happens is when somebody is killed, they know exactly what we're going to do. The system says, oh, they're going to be mad. They're going to march for a couple of weeks. They're going to say this and say that, and then nothing changes. I said, that's not what I'm going to do, right? What I'm going to do is focus on controlling the narrative. So when I came to Seattle, I had to sit down, my family and I, with the chief of police. I told her, I said, listen, her name was Kathleen O'Toole. I said, listen, I know I can't bring my little brother back, but I'm still willing to work with you so that we can reduce the incidence of violence in our community. That blew her goddamn mind, because she was expecting what we normally do, right? There's a reaction instead of a response. And when we react, sometimes we burn down stuff, flip over cars or whatever. That reaction, they have mastered our reaction for hundreds of years. Okay, so let me just finish this up. So there's a reaction and not a response. So when I told the chief of police that, she was expecting that reaction, but I didn't give her that. I gave her a response. And from that day all the way until we changed the state law, I responded and I didn't react. I was monotone all the time. And my organization, we did weekly, to this day, we do weekly Wednesday night meetings where we involve and brought everybody, police, to connect with community. Some of the biggest people in the state came to that little meeting that we had, the Not This Time meeting, and we controlled the narrative. So to make a long story short, what we were able to do is lead this whole country on police accountability, because not only did we have legislation change, we changed the law itself. And what we made a law, I had our attorneys come, my attorneys, and I had them put together the kind of law that we want as a community. And the movement that we had, it was the largest people of color movement in the history of Washington State. And mind you, Washington State only has about 3.5% Black people. So we did this in a state with just a little bit of Black people. We lead the country to this day. There is no other state that have the police accountability law like us. So we lead the country. And it was so miraculous because no one gave me a chance that the president, even Trump, called me. I did the Sean Hannity show. I brought my client on there that had lost his son, and Trump had watched the show, and he was so impressed by the work that he called. Not only did he call, he offered his condolences to my client. It doesn't matter what his politics were. This is the most powerful man in the world that recognized the work of a man that come from the gutter, that was able to transition his life. And he recognized that, and he called for 10 minutes. We chopped it on the line, him and me and my client. And I thought that was big, regardless of his politics. I'm not talking about his politics. I'm talking about the action that he would call and say, man, offer my condolences to your special needs son. So, so to this day, the best thing about it is that I've already set forth the blueprint of how we overcome. The worst thing about it is that the urban community, the Black community, is still not aware of the work that was done, because it wasn't done on an urban platform. It was done on a systems platform. So even though I did this great work, no great Black platforms ever came to me. No one that, whatever our platforms are in our community, they didn't come. You know who came? White folks' greatest platforms. So I was interviewed by the biggest magazine in the world, The New Yorker. It's considered I was interviewed by them. You see what I'm saying? Because they seen the work, they seen the impossibleness of the work, and they felt that I was important enough to write about. So platforms like that came, but my own people never said, man, this guy is wow, wow, wow. He did this for her. He leads this country in police accountability. What the hell did he do? We need to do it in our city.
Well, we definitely need to, and that's why we have platforms like this right here. We actually have, with Digital Soapbox Media, we actually have maybe 15 to 20 different platforms. And we definitely, as soon as we heard about it, I didn't want to talk to, my whole thing today wasn't to talk to Gorgeous Dre, it was to talk to Andre Taylor about the change that he's making in the community and how you came from where you were to the present. And it's an incredible journey, brother. It's made for TV all day.
And so now, what I've done now, I need to mention this. You know, I was doing music back when I got that case, because in American Pimp, they showed the news talking about that they had found CDs in my garage and wah, wah, wah. He claims to be a rap artist and a star. Woo, woo, woo. So let me tell you one thing that I've realized. And you listen to this, everybody out here that's going to see this. Tell your story before your enemy does. Listen to what I'm telling you. Tell your story before your enemy does. I've been telling my story over 20 years, right? So I started doing my music. And before I did the music, I'm going to tell you what was the reason why I got into music. Because, listen, I did the biggest stuff that you could ever imagine. I really defeated law enforcement. Their biggest police organizations, the FOP, joined me. The FOP, the Fraternal Order of Police, the most right-leaning union in this country, joined me, right? And we had all these other police unions that also joined. So we was able to defeat police and bring every nationality together to defeat and make sure we got a law now where in our state, right now, 4 officers have been charged with murder. We had the worst law in the nation. The worst. There was down south, nobody had a worse law than Seattle, Washington, because we had to prove that an officer had malice. That means we had to prove what he was thinking in his mind at the time of the shooting, which is impossible. So for over 35 years, not one officer was held accountable, not one. So we changed that. Now, 4 officers have been charged with murder. That's not going on anywhere in this country, but here in Washington, because I changed the law. So let me tell you, even though I changed the law, the media still throws my past up. That when the mayor hired me to be the street czar, the consultant to the city of Seattle, based on the work that I have achieved, the media, Fox News, New York Post, everywhere, Daily News, all over the country, they went ballistic. Oh, Seattle's hiring a pimp. Woo, 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 woo. That's what made me get into music. I said, because no matter how much I do, I've been married 23 years, got a son, graduated Yale, got a daughter that graduated UCLA. My other son works with me in music. You know, I am the success story. I am it.
That's incredible.
But them folks throw that up in my face. So I said, since that's what you want, I could do all this great stuff, but you want to hear about my story. You want to hear about my life. So I'm going to give you my life. I'm going to wear your ass out. And I know just the platform to do it. Since you want it so much, I'm about to give it to you. Yeah. I'm going to utilize this platform and wear you out. Since no matter what I do, that's all you want to throw up. I'm about to wear you out. And that's where I'm at right now. Doing my music, I got a mission. I feel like I'm on assignment. I'm going to wear their ass out. Believe what I'm telling you.
Incredible, brother. And what can people do? What can we do to support you? Where can we go to support Andre Taylor?
Well, listen,
Not this time.
my music is on World Star. My Instagram is at Real Gorgeous Dre. You know what I'm saying? And just support the movement. My organization, I put my little sister as the new director so that there would be no confusion. You know, I released her into her genes because I really believe this is the time of the Black woman. So I believe that the organization is in great hands. I'm still there to support it and do the work, right? So yeah, there's a method to the madness, man. So just support the work. The email for Not This Time is Not This Time. I mean, the website is called notthisTime.global, so they can go in there and see some of the work that we've done. If you're into social justice, if you want to know the blueprint, contact me through. If you want to know the blueprint, contact me through my organization, right? If you're into music and all this kind of stuff, you can go through my Instagram because we put in a lot of things. That I got 3 videos out on World Star right now. All you got to do is go to World Star and pull up Gorgeous Dre. You can see the work that we've already done.
And we need those for thisbull.com too, as well, and for Digital Soapbox. So if you can shoot those to me, that would be great. And we go support those too. We go support that movement too. Well, man, we appreciate you coming on, man. Sorry for the technical difficulties, man. And it's still signing off from thisbull.com. Make sure y'all stay tapped in with us for the latest and the greatest. And go support this brother right here. We out of here.
Love.
For more content like this and much more, make sure you subscribe to Digital Soapbox Network's YouTube channel. And don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and share. We out of here.